Sullivan. Number 2, Amelia Werner. Number 3, Haley Clinton. Number 4, Julia Bernal. Number 5, Jordan Hardenberg. Number 6, Lizzie Guy. Number 7, Elle Sorensen. Number 8, Eastlands Mason. Number 9, Jennifer Nguyen. Number 10, Alvin Mason. Number 11, Isabel Vivarelli. Number 12, Lena Sullivan. Number 13, Kate Castevens. Number 14, Louisa Geiger. Number 15, Cara McCary. Number 16, Abby Freitas. Number 19, Catherine Jordan. Number 21, Caitlin Mussolino. Number 25, Lauren Gaddy. Number 28, Megan Diggs. Goalkeeper, Sophia Llanos. Goalkeeper, Emil Vivarelli. The Knights are coached by Megan Sullivan, assisted by Meredith Thrasher, Brad Pace, Noah Flick, Carly Knott. And now for your Trinity Episcopal Titans. Number 1, Pavel Berkeheiser. Number 3, Grace Marcus. Number 4, Polly Crichton. Number 6, Liv Bastide. Number 7, Elena Cathedral. Number 8, Lila Grace Logan. Number 9, Ainsley Jones. Number 10, Olivia Francis. Number 11, Reese Eckenrode. Number 12, Caroline Ashaw. Number 13, Madison Jewett. Number 14, Kate Dowd. Number 15, Lena Fastide. Number 17, Anna Reeser. Number 18, Mackie Logan. Number 19, Ainsley McNeil. Number 20, Carson Beatty. Number 23, Alexa Linton. Number 27, Ella Holloway. Number 30, Sarah Grace Boykin. Goalkeeper, Alexa Murphy. Goalkeeper, Avery Johnson. Goalkeeper, Julia Reeser. The Titans are coached by Margie Sneed, assisted by Rosita Torres and Rosie, Julia Bowlingbell, Andy Sneed, managed by Farrah Berry and Sophie Thompson. Good luck, Raiders!
Good afternoon and welcome. It is the Final Four for VISAA Field Hockey, and the undefeated Trinity Episcopal Titans here at their home turf of Aycock Stadium are welcoming the visitors, the 4th seed, Bishop O'Connell. Bishop O'Connell comes in with a great record as well, 16-3, and the regular season champions of the WCAC up in the Washington area. Bishop O'Connell coming down from Arlington, and I'm joined here by David Jennings, Ben Schneider, Carter Tyree, and for me, there's nothing better than a Final Four game. A state championship game is its own thing, but in terms of just playing to get to a state championship game is pretty special, and it's the type of thing that these athletes will never forget. And I think we're really set to have a super competitive game today as these Titans look to remain undefeated and get to their 8th state championship game in the last 10 years. David, you and I were talking a little bit before we got on the air today. I know you're excited as well. What do you expect to see?
I mean, this is going to be a great game. Titans, they caught a loss in the LIS tournament. Bounce back from that. Is that right?
No.
No, okay.
Trinity is undefeated and won the LIS tournament.
Maybe I was thinking it. But, yeah, I mean, this team's pretty great. I know they might have lost one of their best players in LG Logan, but I'm sure they'll bounce back for her today. Good game.
Yeah, and I was going to talk about that in a minute here, but yes, the All-LIS and Shirley All-State performer, number 8, Lila Grace Logan, went down in the quarterfinals in the 4th quarter with a knee injury. I think she's not gotten that MRI yet, but certainly not available today. So that is a big loss. She's one of the top players for this Titan team. And talking to some of these girls yesterday and today at school, I think they really want to step up and do it for her as much as anything. Ben, welcome in.
I got into field hockey a little late this year. It's been really cool to see. Obviously, I heard about the hype. 12 in the country, undefeated, 1 tie. But it's actually, obviously not knowing much about field hockey, you can tell that these girls are very good.
Yeah, it's super fun to watch the way they move the ball, the speed of play, the speed of running and athleticism on display on this team, and the hunger. They just every game relentlessly pursue their goal, which is to win a state championship, and 2 games away. But the Knights of O'Connell stand in the way, and you can already tell 2 minutes in here that O'Connell is a strong team. I mean, typically we see pretty much right off the jump Titans on the offensive end, teams trying to just hold them at bay, but O'Connell has come out here aggressively early and already been able to progress it down the field a couple of times.
No, this is a much different game than anyone I've seen. Obviously, holding their own. They have a great back line, a very talented goalkeeper with Alexa Murphy committed to ODU. But this is the Titans have been the pressure so far.
Yeah, I was about to say, I feel like usually when we're on this broadcast, the ball's on the left side to start, but yeah, we're seeing pretty evenly spread out possession between.
Well, that was a great ball ahead from Anna Reeser to Elena Cathedral, but Elena was just a little behind Reese Eckenrode on her pass.
She had 4 goals that game, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right?
Elena Cathedral had 4 goals in the state quarterfinal game on Tuesday against Catholic High School, as well as opening the scoring in the LIS championship game, which the Titans won a week ago over Collegiate.
They always say the classic joke, why is 6 afraid of 7? I think everybody should be afraid of number 7, Elena Cathedral, after that 4-goal performance.
Yes, David. Nothing better than dad jokes from people who are not yet fathers. So Titans played it out on the right side there, and Bishop O'Connell will take possession just over 3 minutes in here. Still scoreless, and want to welcome all the O'Connell fans who maybe weren't able to make the trip. Weekday, early start time, but we were glad that you've joined us here on TESPN, and your Knights coming here to face the nationally ranked Titans, and thus far been a very even contest.
You don't see a 3 o'clock start. I would guess it's daylight saving.
Yeah.
Possible.
Exactly. I mean, it's pretty much dark now by 5 o'clock, and this being a tournament game, of course, if it were to be tied at the end of regulation, they'd play overtime and potentially even go to penalty stroke. So you really couldn't start it much later than 3 o'clock. But the bummer is it does suppress the in-person attendance a little bit. But I think we'll see as the game progresses, more and more fans making their way here to Aycock Stadium.
I'm checking out the roster. Is it right that their goalie has a 90% save rate?
That is what the stats tell us. Yeah, very impressive.
It is very.
Corner here for the Titans. Their first of the game as Reese Eckenrode got tripped up, and Titans, the games I've seen this year have been very effective in turning these corners into goals.
Final bench. And a research shot just right.
Carson Beatty wound up and swing and a miss.
That won't happen too often.
It would not happen very often on this field or just down below on the softball field, where Carson also is a star softball player. She does not swing and miss very often.
A turnover for the Titans. O'Connell's going to be taking this one down to midfield.
Yeah, we see Maddie Sullivan, center mid for O'Connell. She comes in with 19 assists on the season, so really the playmaker for the Knights. Also think that corner, even though it did create a pretty good scoring opportunity, that's where we do see the loss of Lila Grace Logan. She's so effective on those penalty corners. They're going to have to adjust in her absence.
That was almost a 40 new formation. Top with of course they came.
Yeah, a number of different moving parts. I think looks like Cabell Berkeyheiser has moved into the midfield. Anna Reeser a little more advanced. And well, there we have a shot saved. You already talked, Ben, about the 90% save rate for Sophia Leonis, and she showed why there, making her first save of the game on a point-blank shot by Reese Eckenrode.
Titans on the down. Sarah Grace Boykin play this one back to here. Solid crossover there.
Nice job by Ainsley McNear, and switches it out to the left where Liv Fastige has a lot of room. Reese Eckenrode couldn't quite save that one.
Turn Sarah Grace.
Backfield.
Yeah, I've been really impressed with Ainsley as that sort of last line of defense before the goalie, and she plays with a lot of poise. Her positioning seems to always be spot on.
Reminds me of Matthias Reese.
Yeah, I think that is a pretty valid comparison. Other than Matthias Rusi's one of the most amazing headers of a ball I've ever seen, and that is something you can't do in field hockey. And even if you could, I doubt Ainsley would be great at it.
A lot of TES soccer affiliation up in here. I feel kind of left out. Everybody's got some sort of involvement.
Well, that's on you, David. Pretty sure you could have made it.
I don't know. You haven't seen my conditioning.
All right, the Knights continuing to do a good job of holding the Titans at bay. Trinity really just with the one shot so far. Bishop O'Connell has not had a shot yet either, but they're definitely showing me why they're the 4 seed and why they very much belong in this Final Four.
It shifted. Obviously, Bishop O'Connell holding their own, but it has certainly shifted more towards the Titans side.
Yeah, and I think it took 3 or 4 minutes to adjust, probably several players in new positions, like you said. But overall, you're right. It's settling into a more familiar pattern of the Titans on the attack. I thought Anna Reeser was going to pick the pocket there, but she gets called for a hack, and it will be Knights ball just shy of the midfield stripe. Big hit way down. Wow. That traveled over 50 yards and all the way out of play. And even now we see, well, first of all, we see the first sub of the game, Isabel Vivarelli coming on for the Knights, but we also see a shift in positioning as Cabell Berkeyheiser gets shifted out to the left, and we see her on that left side trying to advance it, but good steal from Haley Flick, the senior second team all VISAA last year and leading scorer. And now Ainsley Jones couldn't quite get it over to Reese Eckenrode, and I think that went off Reese's foot. But yeah, Coach Sneed moved Cabell out to the left and Liv Fastige into the center. I also think they may have dropped Anna Reeser a little deeper, maybe not. But Anna has the ball now, lifts it down into the corner, and Reese Eckenroder dispossesses the O'Connell player. And now it's Elena Cathedral. She was looking to knock it off the defender's foot and get a corner, but well defended by O'Connell. Steal there by Carson Beatty. Yeah, she's been a little quiet by her normal standards early on. And Carson and LG play so well together that it's going to, I'm sure, be an adjustment for Carson not to have her midfield running mate in there with her.
I think we've said their names a few times already. Reese Eckenrode, both just sophomores. Been a huge part of this Titans team. Number 12 in the country, only a sophomore.
Yeah, I think our rank is even higher than 12 now.
For real.
All right, 12 in one poll. I saw a 3 somewhere. Actually, a couple weeks ago, I saw a number 1 in the Max Preps computer rankings, but everyone keeps telling me that doesn't count. I'm like, anything that says we're number 1 in the country, I'll take it.
Gotta mean something.
Yeah, there aren't many undefeated teams out there, I can tell you that, and it's not for lack of scheduling, as the Titans have played all the top private schools in the state, as well as some really quality public school opponents as well. Ainsley McNear switches it out to the left to Polly Crichton. Ooh, good hustle by Cabell Berkeyheiser, and she got tripped up.
Cabell's been a big addition to this training team. Soft transfer from St. Catherine's.
Collegiate.
So she's been.
Might be wrong in the memory here, but did you give a sister that plays for Collegiate?
Yes.
Remember that from a past broadcast.
Oh, what a little flicked pass. Great job by Carson there, but Reese Eckenrode couldn't quite control it. Yeah, Cabell and her sister in the LIS championship last week had a couple of physical encounters, one where they both went down, little sibling rivalry there. You guys both have brothers, so you know how that goes.
Basketball in the driveway, man.
I got my money on Charlie.
I can beat him in golf. I'll take that.
Good pass.
Yeah, great pass ahead. Anna Reeser to Ainsley Jones. But well defended again. Maddie Sullivan, who was first team All-State last year, has been really impressive for the Knights, playing center mid, but she's been all over the field.
Sarah Grace in the down pass here. But Ainsley tried, almost was able to clear it out, but it's go back to O'Connell. Well,
yeah, Anna Reeser, great job to gain possession and plays it out to Elena Cathedral on the left. Connects with Carson Beatty in the center. Reese Eckenrode draws another corner, very similar to the earlier corner where she got tripped up and taken down, and last corner got the Titans a good scoring opportunity. Polly Crichton running in here late with instructions from Coach Sneed to pass along. This will be the final action of the first quarter, and quarter's about to run out, but they will be allowed to take this corner.
Switching up formation. Carson's right next to the ball.
It does go to Carson. Back to Reese. Saved. Still alive. And that will end the first quarter play. Another good save by Sophia Leonis. And at the end of one quarter, still scoreless. And I've been to 5, I think, Trinity field hockey games this year, and this is the first time I have seen the Titans held scoreless in the first quarter. And in the other semifinal game, the 3rd seed collegiate school at number 2 Norfolk Academy, the Bulldogs of Norfolk Academy do have a 1-0 lead after the first quarter there. So obviously the winner of this game will take on the winner of that game Saturday afternoon.
Since we have 1 second, I was putting in context the loss of Lily Grace for this team. She's a Penn State commit. One of the best players on the team for sure. And as you discussed before, Mr. Chemistry with Carson, making each other better. That's a huge loss for the team.
It is, and she covers so much ground. She's so fast. She reads the game so well that she's the type of player that even if you're not a field hockey expert, and I don't think any of us are, you immediately notice her because she's just always in the heart of the action and getting back on defense, bombing forward on offense, great stick skills. And in my over 20 years working here in athletics at Trinity, she's got to be one of the 5 most just athletic young ladies I've seen. If you call athleticism speed, agility, strength, heart, I mean, Lila Grace Logan is one of the absolute elite that I've ever seen. So certainly when you remove someone of that caliber from the field, it's going to have an impact.
Not to undermine the impact, but they have picked it up all right offense. I know there's goals on the scoreboard, but they really started to dominate time and possession by the end. Got a couple shots up, or at least.
Yeah, and right. So having said all that, there's still a ton of talent out on that field. We've got Division I commits in Carson Beatty, Anna Reeser, Avery Johnson, who's going in goal now, Alexa Murphy, who was in goal in the first quarter, and they split quarters. And then this group of sophomores, Reese Second Road, Ainsley Jones, very likely to be playing, Cabell Berkeyheiser at the college Division I level, should they want to pursue that. Elena Cathedral as well. I don't think she's committed yet, but certainly will have those chances. So, yes, LG is a massive, massive loss, but there's still a ton of talent on that field for the Titans. And also I don't even know how many times LIS and State Coach of the Year, Margie Sneed, running the ship. Little miscommunication there, though. And Ainsley McNear saves the day as Liv Vestige and Anna Reeser were not quite on the same page off the open of quarter number 2.
Have we been on broadcast since Anna Reeser committed?
We did talk about it Tuesday that she is just committed to ODU,
Yes.
yeah, but really excited for her. She's such a tremendous player and an awesome kid, and ODU is very lucky to have her, and that's a field hockey program that I know has had a lot of success over the years. I believe they were in the Final Four within the last 5 years at the NCAA Division I level. And Alexa Murphy will be going to ODU as well, the senior goalie. So we got 2 future Monarchs out here. Nice steal there by the Knights. Kara Mackery. There's the aforementioned Anna Reeser getting it back, and now intercepted as in this early part of the second quarter, neither team can really establish much possession. Ben, you're a soccer player. I'm a soccer guy as well. I mean, this is reminding me a little bit of when a soccer game just kind of both teams want it so badly that neither team can really take a deep breath and establish possession. I don't think we've seen 2 consecutive passes connected here in the second quarter so far.
No, I think sometimes in a game like this, you see lack of effort. That's certainly not what's happening here.
No, it is
Two
not lack of
high-level
effort.
teams putting everything out there, and they're making each other better for it.
It is a great point, Ben. And What a ball ahead by Flick. And Avery Johnson had to bat that one out of the air. And she did really well, not just to save it, but to parry it well wide and out of danger.
Taking away a highlight from
Nice.
O'Connell and highlight on the.
Yeah, Cabo Berkeyheiser just knocked it about 68 yards down the field, and things will just reset with the Knights taking possession from deep in their own territory. But yeah, the first real action that either of the Titan goalkeepers have gotten, and Avery Johnson was up to the task. High shot. Avery's not the tallest, but she was able to get up there and swat it Dikembe Mutombo style out of danger.
Yeah, speaking about the goalkeepers, Avery Johnson, excellent. Another D1 goalkeeper.
Yep, and Le Festige clears it out. Yeah, really nice to have two Division I commits in the cage, as well as a really talented freshman, Julia Reeser, who I'm sure will be playing at as high level as can be imagined as she matures through for the next few years.
Absolutely. And most programs starting.
Yeah, no doubt. Avery Johnson goes to ground, comes out strong, and Cabo Berkeyheiser did really well to clear that. But I would say in this first 4 minutes or so of the second quarter, the Knights have definitely started to pile on the pressure.
So are these games longer? Because I thought I remember the games being 12-minute quarters. Maybe I'm mistaken.
15 is
Okay.
varsity. I think JV games are 12-minute quarters. All right, it is going to be a corner for Bishop O'Connell. And it's their first one of the day.
He's supposed to be scary for a keeper.
Yeah, and those defenders, I mean, scary,
Yeah.
I'd say, for everyone. At least the good news for the keeper is they have a lot of protective gear. The defenders just have those goggles. But, yeah, this is a really big challenge here for the Titan defense. It's played out top, over to the left, back to Flick. Haley Flick gets a shot off, save, but the follow is scored. Goal scored there. I don't know if it was Flick or if it ended up being perhaps at the last second followed in by Maddie Sullivan, but Bishop O'Connell strikes first.
A pile there at the goal. O'Connell just did a good job of kind of overwhelming the box there. 1-0 is not the biggest margin, but terrible start. Wise if you really need to get one on the board here.
Well, yeah, and I was going to say, these Titans, in the 19 games they've played this season, I believe have scored at least 2 goals in all of them, except against Bishop O'Connell, where they did win 1-0, but I think that's the lowest amount of times that Trinity has scored. So we were looking at the O'Connell schedule and scores and results before the game, and they do not allow a lot of goals. We know they have a great keeper in Leonis, so definitely Titans are not used to playing from behind either, but we're going to see, I think, a renewed energy, and the Titans are going to get a corner. Great effort by Elena Cathedral to earn that corner. Our executive producer up here, Carter Tyree, probably knows the answer to this if anyone does, but I think Trinity has only been behind once all season at collegiate, I think. Once, maybe twice, so very rare for the Titans to have to play from behind, but still a ton of time left. We're not even midway through the second quarter. Carson Beatty, back to Reese Eckenrode. Carson gets it long, reverse shot from a tough angle, and that was going to be tough to beat Leonas from that spot.
out of bounds again from O'Connell, and it'll go back to the Titans for possession.
We need to keep the pressure on. Out. It's been the first story for the first 2 quarters. O'Connell sort of keeping possession for the right back. See that continue.
Great ball from Anna Reeser out to Liv Vestige, but just a little too much on that for Elena Cathedral. And just receiving an update, and the other semifinal, Collegiate, has overturned their 0-1 deficit, and they now lead 2-1 at Norfolk Academy.
They Collegiate 3 times in 1 year.
It would be 4 if the Titans end up playing them.
That's been a state.
It's been a state semifinal matchup the last 3 years, and the Bulldogs and Norfolk Academy have been there waiting each time for the winner. But both games started at the same time, so still just the second quarter down there in Norfolk. And O'Connell has not been to a field hockey state championship, certainly in the last decade. I don't know when or if they have been, but right now they've got a real shot to get there with the lead. And once again, Elena Cathedral not quite able to handle that.
Hot day for a November day out here, too. Have an impact on.
Yeah, David, that's a really good point. It is upper 70s and relatively humid certainly for November. Usually by this time of year, the players are playing with, undershirts, and the fans are bundled up, but it is quite warm, and Reese Eckenrode did put it in the cage, but a whistle blew before that, and it's going to be, I'm not sure what the exact call was, but it'll go against Trinity, and now the Titans will get it back with a high stick. Dangerous play. Carson Beatty out to Elena Cathedral out there on the right. She fires it in. Carson is dispossessed well there by Lizzie Guy, the 9th grader. Does a nice job for the Knights.
Goal. Go back to O'Connell. Really love to get a goal right before halftime. How to come back from this.
Yeah, no question. And I think if this score stays like this until halftime, I think Coach Snead's biggest job isn't even going to be the tactics. It's just the psychology. When we were here, or Tyree and I were here on Tuesday when Lila Grace Logan went down, and just the body language of the players was so much concern that I think they have to be somewhat questioning, can we do this without her? And so getting scored on first is exactly what you did not need to happen to reinforce any doubts. But that's where Coach Snead is the master at getting them to focus on the job at hand. And we might see some tactical tweaks as well. Here we see Carson Beatty with some room to run. What a ball in behind the defender. That is beautiful field hockey by the Titans. And they get a corner for the 3rd time today. And that was all set up by a great pass from Anna Reeser to Carson Beatty that split 2 defenders. And then Beatty played it in behind the left wing defender and hit Elena Cathedral in stride.
That's one of the better passes I've seen.
Yeah,
Perfectly.
The build-up play was really nice on that.
Barely tripped up by O'Connell in the middle, and they're going to take it out.
Yeah, that was Haley Flick again. Flick, who was instrumental in the goal, but there she was doing her job on the defensive end.
Bishop O'Connell with full headgear.
Safety first. Ball went, I believe, out of play. Got another update from down in Norfolk, and they continue to battle back and forth. Now Norfolk Academy leads 3-2 against Collegiate. 5 goals scored in the first half of that game. Still in the second quarter. Here comes Flick. Avery Johnson makes a save. Ainsley McNear has been pulled way out to the right. Great steal by Elena Cathedral, and now she's got a room to run. Cathedral, one of the fastest players on the team, snuck under the stick of one O'Connell defender, but nice job there by Kara Mackery to back up her teammate.
Field hockey is the same sort of thing. You're like, it's actually so much faster because it's so close.
You mean the players are so close?
No, like in softball, like a 70-mile-per-hour pitch is equivalent of 100.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what the speeds they get up to, but these balls fired from close range, the ball is hard, and when you have players this good, I mean, you would not want to get hit with one. Another corner for the Titans.
The last scoring opportunity of the half is a big one.
Yeah, just over a minute to go here, but I think by the time the Titans take this corner, we will be less than a minute until halftime.
No extra time in field hockey.
We do roll under a minute. Reese out to Anna Reeser. Shot is just wide. It's well struck by Anna Reeser.
That's a great read. I think what the coach probably told her is if you're open, shoot it. That was the right call there.
Yeah, and I mean, we've seen how effective and skilled in the cage that Sophia Leones is, but I'm not sure she could have gotten to that one.
Definitely 5 seniors, but it doesn't seem like they're going to miss a huge step next year with all the underclass talent here on this team. Seen a lot of juniors and sophomores take over in this starting lineup.
Yeah, and as well as freshman Olivia Francis out there now, but hopefully for Titan Nation, next year is not something they're going to be thinking about until Saturday night. But that means they're going to have to find a way to overturn this rare deficit on the season. So with one half in the books, it is Bishop O'Connell 1, Trinity Episcopal 0. And Ben, let me come to you first. Thoughts on the first half?
I don't know. I mean, I think throughout the whole half, it was a defensive game more than anything. Obviously, offense, both sides have a few good looks. But O'Connell did a good job of rushing the quarter there. I think Trace had 4 or 5 quarters now. I mean, with this team, eventually those are going to fall if we get that same amount of opportunities in the second half. And I think it's up to Coach Sneeder to just tell the girls, keep going. Stay the course, we're doing all right. And I think Trinity can certainly pull this out, but they're going to have to turn it around a little bit.
David?
Yeah, I would agree with Ben there. I think it all starts with the coach. I think Coach Sneed definitely knows what she's doing. I think she's going to be able to make the correct adjustments to right the ship over here.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, a team as good as this Titan team is, you are going to have some scoring opportunities. And I do think in the first half, while it was perhaps less opportunities than they normally get, there were still 4 or 5 pretty good chances. And it's just being clinical, composed, and taking those chances. That's what the Titans need to do in the second half. We will be back with the second half. We're going to take just about a 3-minute break. So get your popcorn ready, get your beverage of choice, and get ready for what should be an exciting second half of action. We'll be right back. Stick around. All right, second half is underway. Titans trailing at halftime for, I believe, the first time this season, maybe the second time. Ainsley Jones gets a steal. Another miscommunication. Reese Eckenrode looked to lay it off to Carson Beatty. Carson is able to regain possession, and nice defending, though, by Macari. And the Knights will have the ball just on their defensive half of the midfield line. And that's anticipated and nearly intercepted by Carson Beatty. Reese Eckenrode fell, but she's back up and running. Olivia Francis is fouled, hacked.
The only change I see.
Yeah, Olivia has moved into the midfield. Polly Crichton not starting the second half. Elena Cathedral. She scored 4 goals in the quarterfinals, and Titans might need AC to provide that moment of magic here in the second half.
Offense still hasn't put anything up on the board, but I would say other than the goal, the defense is holding it down really well inside.
Yeah, great turn by Reese, just behind Carson. Olivia Francis comes in. She slaloms through some defenders. She's still going. Corner for the Titans. And big credit to Olivia Francis there, as she, just a 9th grader, but she took on 3 or 4 defenders, and you could just tell she wanted the ball. This moment is not too big for her as a freshman. Trendsetter, perhaps? Le Vestige out to Carson Beatty. Carson puts it ahead. Great save.
Oh.
Elena Cathedral got the shot, but let's see what's going on here. They're still battling. Ball comes loose. Another corner. But it was once again Sophia Leonis. We talked about her 90% save percentage earlier in the game, and I think she's made 5, at least 4 or 5 so far, and I mean they were all impressive saves. Literally, if everything else was the same, but O'Connell just had a worse goalie, it could be 3-1 Titans right now. Beatty, inside, outside shot.
Oh.
High. And I think Leonis was able to save that as well, but I think they called a high dangerous shot on Beatty, so I don't think it would have counted even if it had gone in.
Really hope the Titans will get another opportunity like that.
AC was able to try and cross it in, but well defended by Lizzie Guy. Liv Vestige, and Leonis kicked it away. Titans will take it out top.
Almost feels like O'Connell's playing with an extra player out here. Stifling.
Yeah, and I mean they have everyone inside their own 30 and 10 players behind the ball right now, as you would expect, trying to maintain a 1-goal lead. Elena Cathedral is going to have to check out, as it looks like she's got a little blood on her hand. Mackie Logan sprinting onto the field. Another 9th grader getting action in a state Final Four game.
Anna Reeser's just force out.
Say again, Ben?
Anna Reeser's just being a force out there.
Yeah, she's so good. We'll see if she can win this 50-50. Not quite. I mean, that was kind of unfair to her to say it was a 50-50, actually, as the O'Connell player had inside position.
I think Liv Vestige thought there was a person out wide. Yeah.
O'Connell's going to get a decent chance here.
Good work.
Once again, yeah, Elena Cathedral, I mean, she's an offensive player, but she's made several great defensive plays today, being able to steal it from O'Connell. Lizzie Guy lost her footing, but good to see her up and able to run back out there. Haley Flick with a steal, and
oh my gosh.
Big collision there between Flick and Olivia Francis. Francis is up. Now Flick is up, and let's just hope that was, I mean, it looked very dramatic, a kind of full speed collision, and both players upended, but both walking it off. And I think they're okay. They are going to make Flick be subbed out, and
All right, call. Play it safe.
yeah, that's a big loss for O'Connell, though. She's a great player. Ainsley Jones battling in there. Okay, so I didn't see a card flash, but I think it is a penalty, and we see Haley Flick in the sin bin. I'm going to guess it's a 2-minute penalty for a dangerous play.
That's a good name.
Before. Yeah.
So Trinity's man up right now.
Yeah, a player advantage, and it's not just any player, but one of the top players for the Knights. Carson Beatty with room to run. She gets it in front of the cage. She's tripped up. It'll be a corner. And this is now, I think, the 8th or 9th corner for the Titans. They've yet to convert. Meanwhile, the one corner O'Connell got did lead to their goal.
I'm confused. Versus penalty versus corner. I think. Is it just a really dramatic corner?
That's a great question. I mean, we saw Catholic High School get a penalty stroke on Tuesday, and no one could seem to figure out why.
Yeah.
All right, ball is triggered in to Francis, back to Reese, and great job by Maddie Sullivan, the senior captain, first team All-State last year, and she got the steal. That corner never really got going as it was not particularly well struck. Nice skill shown there by Lena Sullivan. The freshman has 14 goals on the season. I believe the second leading scorer for O'Connell, and she showed off her skills there. And
Like O'Connell's not shorthanded anymore.
yeah, Haley Flick is back in. They also sub in Caitlin Mussolini. Check that, Caitlin Mussolino. Sorry. All right, steal by Olivia Francis, and said hit off her foot. High and dangerous there by O'Connell.
Double trouble.
That's what they call you two, right?
Good move.
Yeah, nice stick skills by Cabell Berkeyheiser, but she does
Touch
get
there
it
by Olivia
up to Francis. Long pass ahead to Elena Cathedral. Well defended by Maddie Sullivan. Titans will possess just outside the zone. Cathedral along the baseline. She was looking for Ainsley Jones, but a great kick out by Sophia Leonis.
Stunning goal.
Timeout O'Connell. So clock stopped with 5:22 to go in the third quarter. Titans still looking for what has thus far been an elusive equalizer. Last report from Norfolk was a 4-2 lead in the other semifinal game. Norfolk Academy leading Collegiate.
I don't think anyone was expecting a shootout in this game. 1-0 is definitely a solid deep rather than bad offense.
And it's now 5-2 Norfolk Collegiate. So the Bulldogs likely to be back in their familiar position in the Field Hockey State Championship. I think they've been in all of them since about 2012. And these Trinity Episcopal Titans have been in most of them, but it's going to require a comeback here to return to the state championship game.
Plenty of time left to do it.
Yeah, plenty of time, over 20 minutes to go. They continue to knock on the door and come close. Sophia Leones has been a hero so far for O'Connell, making saves.
I mean, different keeper goals. 2-1.
At least. Yeah, she's made a couple excellent saves, and then I'd say a couple very good saves. I think, I think an average keeper, it's already 4 goals for Trinity. In above average keeper, it's probably 2. But she's an excellent keeper, and that has it at 0. That whole timeout, trainer Bree Hackney was working on Elena Cathedral's calf, it looked like, and kind of rolling it out. So hopefully it's not cramping. I mean, we mentioned earlier, really warm day, humid day, and
Looks like fall.
well put. Yep, looks like fall, feels like summer. It was 82 degrees here in Richmond today. Heat index of 84.
Don't underestimate those foam rollers, though. Get the job done. Cramps, tightness, and
Doesn't golf tape? Oh, you want to use
oh, okay, Ben. I think I beat you by a lot when we played golf. So.
All right, bit of a danger here as O'Connell is in, and they score. Jordan Hardenberg. That ball snuck through the Titan defenders, and Hardenberg was waiting at the back post and doubles the O'Connell lead coming out of that timeout. And for Coach Megan Sullivan, when you call a timeout like that, she could not have asked for a more perfect response.
This offense get right back to it. Seems like they know what they did wrong, getting right back, and just want to fix it as quick as possible. Carson Beatty inside, get hit around a little bit, then back out. Yeah, O'Connell.
Feels like you gotta take a shot there.
Yeah, good steal by Anna Reeser. Great effort by Reese Eckenrode. She goes down, no whistle.
Letting them play. Pretty physical game so far compared to other games I've broadcasted this year. Pretty much, I'd say to be expected.
Well, there's a lot on the line. 2 excellent teams. Opportunity to play for a state championship. Good job by Sarah Grace Boykin to shield off her opponent. No whistle still. Boykin tried to lay it off to Liv Vestige. They weren't quite on the same page.
Vestige hit this one in for the Titans. Going to be intercepted by Lena Sullivan, the freshman, holding it down there for O'Connell. And a Reeser now, working the middle. Going to go to O'Connell again. Put me on the spot.
Reese up ahead to Ainsley Jones. Save. Not this time. It's a goal by Ainsley Jones, and the Titans have cut it to 1. Great job by Ainsley as it was initially saved by Sophia Leonis, but Ainsley Jones stuck with it, followed it in. And that is just what the doctor ordered with 2:32 to go in the third quarter.
Some energy now in Aycock Stadium here, hoping to ride that momentum into another goal.
They say 2-0 leads the most sports.
Right on, Ben.
Officials conferring right now.
Shout out Ben for opening the window up in here. It's getting awfully stuffy, but he's able to air.
Struggle.
It was.
There we go.
Goal is confirmed.
I'm not sure what even the discussion was about, but the goal is given. And I didn't see O'Connell arguing otherwise, so not sure what that was, but Haley Flick does well to get it back down, and nice skills by Ainsley McNear. Great passing, one-touch passing. Titans ramping up the intensity, but that will go out of play. But you can really tell, fellas, that goal lifted the energy here at Aycock Stadium. Crowd is into it, bench is into it, and the players on the field have leveled up their intensity in a major way.
Booth is into it as well, Mr. Hamlin.
Yes, we are. Elena. Call goes against the Titans.
Not a call.
A half left to play in this third quarter. O'Connell hoping to minimize the damage here.
Good pick. Oh.
O'Connell's just burning time with all these stoppages, trying to send it back across the field and hopefully end the quarter.
Good tone.
Sarah Grace Boykin does really well. She's played a big part here in the third quarter. Nice spin move by Cabell Berkeyheiser.
Back and forth gameplay here on the midfield.
Great pass by Olivia Francis. She finds Ainsley Jones out to the right. Elena Cathedral, centering pass. Ainsley tries to force it through and earns a corner. With less than 20 seconds to go, this will be the last action of the third quarter.
Did they play it out?
They do play it out, yes. So they'll get to take their corner. They can take their time.
Big one for the Titans.
Might be the biggest play of the game so far.
Anna Reeser
Takes it.
puts it in. Ainsley Jones shot cleared off the line, still in, and
Oh my gosh. I don't think I've ever seen a closer opportunity.
Titans arguing that it should have been a goal, but that was saved off the line by one of the O'Connell defenders, and that ends the third quarter.
That is a deflating way to end the corner.
So the Titans arguing that the defender kicked it off the line, which should have earned another corner, but that is not how the officials saw it. So O'Connell avoids disaster for now.
It was also one of the few mistakes by the goalie there. Not quite able to capitalize.
Yes, so I was just trying to look on my phone. So I think it was Lizzie Guy, number 6, the freshman, who saved that off the line. So huge play by Lizzie. And I think we can pretty safely assume the winner of this game will face Norfolk Academy, as they've now extended their lead to 6-2 over Collegiate in the other semifinal.
I believe, did we beat Norfolk Academy this year?
Yes.
We did.
3-1, I think.
Well, I was wondering if that was the tie, but I thought we tied.
Yeah, 3-1 win, I believe, over Norfolk Academy in the regular season. But they're nationally ranked and perennial state championship participants and frequent winners. So whoever faces them will be in for a huge challenge. But right now, if the Titans don't score in the next 15 minutes, it's going to be Bishop O'Connell that comes back to Richmond on Saturday for that challenge. But the momentum there at the end of the third quarter, all Trinity's way. Body language of the Titans showing a lot of belief. When you can sit up here in a press box and watch a team who wants it, who believes, but looking at the O'Connell game faces, they want it badly as well. And ultimately, this is why high school sports is so awesome. You got two teams desperate to win, 22 young ladies on the field, and another couple dozen on the sidelines who want nothing more than to play for a state championship.
Gotta love being a part of TSPN. You know, rather be up here in the booth, hold up doing homework right now.
No, it's a blessing that we're able to have the opportunity to bring you this, and it's games like this that are what keeps you coming back and makes it super fun. All right, O'Connell will possess. Like they said, Olivia Francis got her foot on that ball.
O'Connell got some chance going on the bench. First part of that. Trying to flip this environment away from the home team. Wish we could get a slightly bigger crowd, but I've seen come and go as well as parents.
And one thing to watch is Carson Beatty has scored at least one goal in every game this season, except the 2-2 tie, I believe, at Collegiate. So anytime now, Carson, if you want to get your obligatory goal a game, and of course some games she scores multiple goals. There are about 3 defenders around Carson here as she receives it. So she's definitely top of the scouting report for the Knights.
For good reason, too.
And for good reason, but that's also why others step up, such as Reese Eckenrode and Ainsley Jones, who connected on that goal. And it's going to be Titan ball. Carson plays it back to Anna Reeser. She puts it in the mixer. Mackie Logan, I should say, is in the game now, giving Elena Cathedral a break. And Mackie got a good stick to it. Saved in bounds. Really well done there by Lena Sullivan. Polly Crichton is back in the game. White ball. Anna Reeser takes it quickly. Puts it in. It's in front. Mackie Logan was boxed out from that.
Jeez.
And
people begging for a call there. Goalie boxing out Mackie Logan.
And as we're just over 2 minutes into this fourth quarter, I mean, it looks right now like O'Connell is just content to get numbers behind the ball and hang on to what they have. We see their entire team essentially behind the ball right now, flooding the defense. There goes Mackie Logan again, making things happen. I'm really impressed with her cameo here in the second half. Olivia Francis up to Reese Eckenrode to Ainsley Jones again, but that shot is wide. But keep an eye on that connection. Eckenrode to Jones, the two sophomores connected for the first Titan goal, and they almost did it again. It's going to take a special shot, though, to beat Sophia Leonas.
Yeah.
I think if you're the Titans right now, it's just controlling time of possession again. Keeping it inside the 50 is going to be really important. If you get enough of these chances, eventually one of them will drop, and one of them's all you need right now.
Mackie Logan. Elena Cathedral comes on for Mackie Logan after a great stint from her. Very impressive. Could have been a penalty. Not.
Go out in favor of O'Connell. Play it down to the corner.
Yeah, it's saved. Nice move there for O'Connell, and it's no signal yet.
Oh.
Yeah, O'Connell ball out top. That was a nice move by Esands Mason.
Good work.
All right, Anna Reeser plays it forward. A lot of O'Connell's team has come forward here, so this actually could be a chance that the Titans can get it to have a little space to work with. What a ball. Carson Beatty to Ainsley Jones. Reese Eckenrode.
Oh,
And she earns another corner for the Titans.
I can't blame the bench for O'Connell if they lose this. They're putting in work.
Yeah, I mean, I love how much it means to both teams. There's no nobody out there that's too cool for school. I mean, everybody is fully engaged, including up here in the press box.
Up to Anna Reeser.
Reeser, it's batted wide by Ainsley Jones.
Did they call it high?
I think it just went wide.
would have been a pretty impressive baseball swing on that one if that got converted. Just left of the post, it looked like.
She definitely got good wood on that ball. All right, clock is rolled under 10 minutes. Titans continue to try and mount the pressure. O'Connell will get a reprieve here as they're able to get the ball forward. Yeah, nice job by Cabell Berkeyheiser. Beautiful ball ahead to Reese Eckenrode. She's looking for Carson Beatty. Finds Carson, who's taken down. And they're going to call that against Trinity.
Oh.
Carson Beatty got tripped, but I guess they're going to say she initiated the contact.
Looks like the debate between the charge and the block that we'll be seeing in basketball this winter. Pretty tough call. Could go either way, but that one in favor of O'Connell. He's going to get this one back.
Good call, David. Yeah, great job by Polly Crichton there to move it forward. The intensity level with which the Titans are playing now is remarkable. Everyone is on it. Everyone playing full speed.
Maybe a makeup call from the ref there. Ball. Or? O'Connell coach saying it's all heart. Right.
Up that might.
It's got to be Titan ball off the foot of the Knights player.
Reese was driving it up anyway. Oh, this one might go to O'Connell. Yep.
Trinity got to make something happen here. 7:20 left in this.
It's going to be a crushing loss for whichever team, unfortunately, has to take on that role here. Just
absolutely crushing.
Yeah. Right. I mean, either you're going to have an undefeated season come to an end or have a 2-goal lead overturned. Carson Beatty! Oh! She got great contact on it, but it was saved up and over.
What a save.
Carson to Anna Reeser. And went off Anna's foot.
I mean, so far there's no question who the woman of the match is.
Yeah.
Just
Who would you say that is?
the goalie, Sophia Lianis, holding it down back there.
Yeah, I agree with you, Ben. Leonis has been fantastic. That trickles through to Elena Cathedral. O'Connell has flooded their defensive box.
Good work.
Solid defense there from Olivia Fastige.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever seen a better field hockey game than this. 6 minutes left. Trinity controlling possession right now, down 1.
Alexa Linton.
yeah.
Probably for.
No, Elena Cathedral needed a sub again.
Still working with that trainer.
Alexa Linton has scored a few goals this year, so I think she's a senior that
He's a great player.
I think
yeah.
Coach Snead is just hoping will lay it all on the line.
Also one of the more athletic players we have here, 3-sport varsity athlete.
Mm-hmm.
Good Trinity ball. Yep. Gotta take it.
Yeah, Ainsley Jones rushed that a little bit. It was intercepted by Flick and played ahead nicely by Caitlin Mussolino, but
Well done on that.
bit of
name there,
confusion of where the ball is. All right, so I think it was a dangerous play by Mussolino. Nice ball by Festige. I don't know if the Titans are going to be able to keep it in, though. Nope. Rolls out of
Obviously
play.
off of-
No, I think they just shielded it out. I think it was off of Carson Beatty. And they are hitting this ball with some pace, both teams.
Last 5 minutes here.
O'Connell's going to regain possession, try to kick it out to the other end of the field, which we haven't seen much action on this quarter. But I think Anna Reeser's going to deny that possibility.
Reeser plays it through a couple players, but well defended by Maddie Sullivan. And I agree with you, Ben, that Leonis has been the hero for the Knights, but also Maddie Sullivan and Haley Flick, the 2 senior captains, have been incredible as well.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Star power on full display today.
Angie Jones showing off his speed to track her player down.
Yeah, this is going to be a card, I believe,
That's the right call.
on Ainsley Jones, and that's going to put the Titans at a numerical disadvantage at a time when they desperately need as many players on the field as possible. Clock is stopped with 3:52 to go, and I think it's going to be a 2-minute trip to the sin bin for Ainsley Jones. And she was just working her tail off to try and make something happen, but she did run into the back of the O'Connell player. Now
Also, a
O'Connell-
player is already being felt. O'Connell getting the ball.
Yeah,
Trinity
taking it
side
down
for
in the
the final
corner. Just trying to run this clock.
Intimidating defense there from the Titans.
Some real game management here by O'Connell as they just want to keep possession, run the time down. They earn a corner, which is going to allow some time and also a scoring opportunity with what would be a bit of a dagger.
They're going to take all the time they can to set up.
Three seconds already burned off of this clock. looking
Big
to shoot
shot.
a bomb.
What a save by Avery Johnson. She comes out, makes a second save, and it's cleared out. And
Very
that
impressive
was a great
defense.
shot by Maddie Sullivan. And Avery Johnson keeps the Titan deficit to 1 and keeps them in the game.
Balled by Avery Johnson out there all that way.
Great save, well above her head. It's impressive. Kind of looking to burn some more clock here. I'm inbounding this. Steal from Carson Beatty. Oh, but she'll lose
Stolen-
possession back to
Stolen
O'Connell.
back. Got to get this ball up the field with less than 2 to go.
O'Connell clearly not looking for a scoring opportunity.
No, they
or-
just want to run clock, and it's going to be Titan ball. 90 seconds to go. Titan ball again.
3-second row down the sideline.
What a job by Maddie Sullivan to intercept. And O'Connell will possess, and they're going to look to go back to that corner, but this time they turn it over.
Conversion on a pass. Anna Reeser going to look to have one more last offensive front here for the Titans.
Olivia Francis has it stolen. Cabo Berkeyheiser comes back with a steal, and Titans will have it. Berkeyheiser plays it forward. It's through to Ainsley Jones. Out to Reese Eckenrode. She's looking for Carson Beatty. Can we get it to Carson? And it's going to be Knight ball.
Devastating
Hard call to
turnover.
make.
Haley Flick just trying to keep it on her stick. She gets possession, and time is ticking. Haley Flick does not want to give up this ball here, as the Knights are just seconds away from pulling off the upset. Berkeyheiser comes through. Is there one more chance for the Titans? There's not time to mess around. It's over. And Bishop O'Connell has ended the dream season of these Trinity Episcopal Titans. Congratulations to the Knights. 2-1 the final score. Really was an incredible season for Trinity. Undefeated through the regular season, LIS regular season champions, LIS tournament champions, but it will end one game short of a state championship as the 4-seeded Knights played their tails off. They didn't create too many shots, but they scored when they needed to, showed great game management late in the fourth quarter to run the clock down.
Hockey's definitely one of the more team-centered sports, but they're definitely feeling the impact of the loss of Lila Grace Logan to tie it back to that one-goal loss.
Yeah, and I mean, you hate to make excuses, but a player as good as Lila Grace, it's a different deal if she's out there. O'Connell, as you would expect, is incredibly happy and, I mean, almost stunned, I think, that they defeated this nationally ranked #1 seeded Titan team, but you have to give them credit. And this one stings.
Yeah. I mean, arguably definitely the best field hockey team I've seen since I've been here, record-wise and talent-wise. Unexpected.
It is, and there's so much young talent on this team. I mean, the Titans will be back and be huge contenders again next year, but I just right now think it's appropriate to spare a thought for the seniors on this Trinity team. Grace Marcus, Ella Holloway. They didn't get a ton of playing time, but they were great team members and put a lot into it. Alexa Linton, who you mentioned was is a three-sport athlete, and we saw her out there battling at the end. Alexa Murphy, senior captain, goalkeeper, going on to play at ODU. And then Carson Beatty, who's one of the greatest field hockey players in the history of this incredibly successful, illustrious program. And really feel for them right now, their last time putting on the Titan field hockey uniform. But I think it's important from the bottom of our heart to just thank them for all their contributions to this team for these last and this program for these last 4 years. Ben, final thoughts from you?
It wasn't lack of trying. That certainly wasn't the problem. I think Trinity got the opportunity they were looking for. In certain games, they're going to convert at least one more out of those 10 corners. I don't think our goal was off of a corner, but
No.
10 opportunities, no goals off a corner. That's not going to happen very often. And then you're also not. I know he harped on this quite a few times. You're not going to go against a keeper who makes the saves that the keeper made. It just doesn't happen very much, especially in high school field hockey. So, great game by the Titans, great season. Things right now, nothing really to hang your head about.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. I mean, you can't really. I mean, there's a lot of emotions going on in that huddle there from the Titans, but you can't really have a lack of pride in this team. Really solid effort all season long. Fortunate they got tripped up in the semis.
Yeah, and sometimes when you evaluate at any level of sports, but I often ask coaches and athletes in high school sports, you know, like that question, hypothetically, if you played a team 10 times, how many times would you win? And I think if these teams played 10 times, the Titans would probably win more. I mean, they had more shots, more corners, more possession, more territorial dominance. But this was that 1 or 2 out of 10 times that everything just broke right for the Knights. And I'm saying that with all due respect. They did what they had to do today. They jumped out to that 2-goal lead, and then they hung on and clung to it for dear life. And to their credit, the Knights will advance to play in the state championship game, and we wish them the very best. Playing against Norfolk Academy, and with the goalkeeper Sophia Leonis, the way she's hot, and you know, if you can ride a hot goaltender, that's always a big thing in like, you know, NHL playoff hockey. Is whoever has the hottest goaltender usually goes very, very far in the Stanley Cup playoffs, and Leonis is that keeper today. And then with Maddie Sullivan and Haley Flick in the middle, and everyone on O'Connell laid their heart and soul out there. But you're exactly right, Ben. It wasn't for lack of trying by the Titans. These girls played their hearts out. They represented the school incredibly well. David, I think you said it, this one's going to sting. With such a remarkable season, but so frequently in American sports, we judge seasons by the postseason result, and they come up short of what their ultimate goal was. Well, thanks everybody for joining us. I think this appeared to be one of the most watched field hockey broadcasts that we've had here, and you were treated to an unbelievable high school sporting event. Great season. Finally, the first blemish on the record for the Trinity Episcopal Titans comes in the semifinal game. And congratulations to Bishop O'Connell. Wish them all the best on Saturday. And stay tuned for more TESPN coverage of Titan athletics in the coming weeks and months ahead. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.